So we're at the piece, and normally if you're jumaring, you'd be clipped into the lead line. I'm going to be clipping in a second here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to clip the piece. This is the fixed piece we're going to leave. That beaner is going to be left behind. And so the first thing we're going to do is get up high on that piece, and I'm going to get into it. There we go. So there's, I just made a classic mistake here. See, when I stood off the rope, the jumar got bound in the beaner there. So I got to take this jumar off, and gonna move that above the piece. I want to leave myself enough room to be able to get that out. So I may have to move that down a bit so that I can get it out later. So see, as I move up, the jumar binds against the beaner, so I got to get it enough that I can actually unclip. So that's the first step. Now I'm going to be lowering out. I'm going to tighten that up. I'm going to clip the piece, clip or thread as the case may be, and I'm going to tie myself off here with, let me use an overhand and leave ourselves some room. We're gonna pass the first piece, and we're gonna move the jumar. Leave yourself some room. I think, as I said, normally I'd have a chicken loop clipped here. I'm only a couple feet off the ground for the sake of this illustration, so I'm not going to do that. Right now, this beaner here is the one that we're going to end up leaving. So I'm going to clip that piece, clip that beaner. I'm going to get nice and high on here, and I'm going to weight it and clip it. And so again, that leave yourself enough rope so the jumar doesn't bind. I'm gonna get my fifi hook, and I'm gonna clip it nice and short, and I'm gonna undo so now I'm clipped into the piece. I'm gonna get my beaner. I'm going to unclip the rope from it, and going to snug it up. And again, this is the first thing I'm going to do here is I tie this, give myself a bit of slack. I'm going to tie an overhand on a bite. Keep it, keep it fairly close. And okay, my beaners are a little messed up, so another thing, you want to keep stuff clean for lots of reasons. One is so you can see what's going on super easy. I've got a nice wide mouth beaner because I'm going to be doing a munter hitch on that, and I got another locker, so I'm going to clip my overhand on a bite into the locker directly on my harness loop. Overhand on a bite. I'm going to clip that in with the locking beaner. So that's locked. And then I'm going to make a munter hitch here. You can also use a stitch plate. You can use gree. I'm using a munter because I just want to show you how it's possible with the minimum amount of gear. And so I'm going to tie the munter off, remembering that You know, munter can be undone under load, which is the key element here. I'm now gonna unclip from the piece. This is the dead line, and it'll either be threaded or clipped. This beaner is gonna be left behind. I'm going straight in on that. And then I'm doing a munter hitch, okay? I can watch one of my other videos on how to do that. But you can use a munter here, or you can use a stitch plate, or you can use a gree-gree is a great way to do it also. I'm using the munter just to show you how to do it with the minimum amount of gear. And then, so you want to snug up the munter now. Try to keep that clean so you can see what's going on. I'm going to snug the munter right up, and then I'm going to tie it off. So I'm not going to do a full munter tie off because you don't need to here, but I am going to tie it off. So there's a quick munter tie off. Now I'm going to unweight and put my weight on the munter. So now I can clean my atria. There's the atria being cleaned. So that's the first step. And load the munter. Okay, so now my weight is on the dead line. I'm free now to clean and only leave the one beaner. I'm gonna just take that atria and put it over there for now. And then now I'm totally free to lower myself. Now I want to get this as snug as I can over here, because I'm going to be lowering myself out onto the next piece. So now I'm lowering. The weight starts to come on this jumar over here, and continue to feed that through. So normally there would be more cliff below me, but I'm going to continue to lower. So you can probably see that I'm now basically directly below the next piece. Now I'm hanging from my back rope on the tied off munter, and my jumars are over here, and I'm going to lower myself onto the next piece. So I now clean the munter. So munter's under load. That's one of the beauties of the munter. You can release it under load. So now I'm lowering myself out on the munter until I am hanging in space here, and continuing to give myself slack on the munter until I'm completely below my next piece. I'm like, don't quite have enough cliff here, if you know what I mean, but that's fine. So now I jumar up to my next piece. So I get below it, and now I'm on my way up to the next piece. Okay, so I've lowered myself out on this munter hitch and the line into there. I'm now right below the second piece, and now I'm gonna Jumar up to